Oh shit. Here we go again.
Hello and welcome out to this week's episode of the Gamers Council. I'm your host, WEBDAVE. Hargeet will be joining us shortly. He's actually in a car driving back from the airport, so he'll be here in a little bit. But we do have the one and only, I love this guy, the Black Viking. Welcome, sir. Got make sure you get your mute off. So you get there you go, because we want to make sure we hear it.
Can I do this for you for your show?
You
really
do it
quick. All right, I'll sound the horn, baby.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. I'm out here, baby. I'm out here. What's up, WEBDAVE? How you doing, man?
What's up, Viking? Man, I'm doing really good. Happy holidays to you, man. This is it's gonna be a good time.
You too, brother, man. I'm feeling festive.
I'm
feeling naughty and X-rated. Santa got me on the naughty list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah?
I'm great, baby. I'll be doing good here.
That's good. That's good. No lumps of coal. Maybe some lump in your stocking, but you know what I'm saying?
No lumps of coal, baby.
No. There we go. There you go. And just everybody knows that's out there. We do have, since the Vikings here, we had to bring back in the one and only, if you are a channel member, and if you want to be a channel member, it's just $1. But we have the Black Viking. That's right. The Viking helmet is there for Black Viking. Oh yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Baby. There we go. From the Longhouse podcast. I love it, man. I love it. I love the work you do there and the show you do and stuff and everything. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, it exceeded our expectations, man, for our first year. It's been phenomenal, man.
There you go. There you go.
And we couldn't have done it without all y'all support, man. Like I remember Retry and Fuzzy being on the show first. Because we started in December 5th last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then we quickly got monetized in February, man, and it was just uphill from there, man. It was great. It's been great.
Yeah, and it's been a good climb. And you know what the thing is too, you recruited, or I guess you've brought in a really good panel.
Yeah.
The guys that are with you. They're awesome,
man. Black Scale, Nova, known each other. So, I've known, of course, my actual brother, Black Skellington.
Yeah, since
he was born, but I've been knowing Supernova since we were in elementary school, man. So yeah, great chemistry.
For sure. And like I said, like that said in the chat, you can throughout the night to definitely throw up the Viking horns. There we go. So to throw them in the chat there. Little celebration, and a little bit of love for the Viking.
Shout out to all the I recognize all these now. FarQ, General Spartan, Ninja Squirrel, Soil Tech, Spyman 22. What's up, y'all?
That's great, man. We have a whole look at Ray's in the chat
too. Ray. I almost didn't see him. He was like, even his username is really short, so like, I almost didn't.
Oh man,
we're starting off good.
Oh goodness. There we go. Now look at all the Viking helmets we got going. There we go. Farky says, "What's up, Viking?" Yeah. Farky is he's an amazing animal, amazing cat. We appreciate him a lot more than people know, because he's helped us out a lot. Last week's episode, and I'm gonna bring this up here again real quick, just because. But he did this for us because we had Dirt, Griggity, and Sean on last week. Okay, so watch your screen.
Okay.
This is what he did for us, because I told him, I said, man, I said, and we kept a secret all the way up till showtime. I said, man, like I said, we do the Gamers Council, it's Jedi kind of thing. I said, but when they get these guys in, it's TTS, it's kind of the dark side. Let's bring a little Sith into it.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Spark, you be hitting it on all the notes, man.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's great.
And he goes, I didn't tell anyone.
But why do I can actually see dirt there? He should be a little bit darker, man.
Oh man.
Always two there are. No more, no less.
Oh goodness.
That's great,
Big shout out to them for sure. Oh gosh. Well, I'll probably be saying this 2 or 3 times throughout the episode, because it is, Christmas is just a few days away. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. We have over 125 people here already watching this. We're just getting warmed up, man. We got over 90 people on YouTube. We have over 40 people on X. Nobody on Twitch yet, but I'm sure there'll be somebody joining on that, because it's just there. So yeah. So we're gonna probably do next year. We're gonna try and see if we can add some different streams to the mix, as it were, to kind of spread it out a little bit. Let's see. Oh goodness, yeah. So yeah, and the chat, man, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good tonight. A lot of great members of the community coming in, and we appreciate each and every one of them. The thumbnail tonight seemed to already elicit a little bit of ponyitis or whatever, but I mean, we're gonna get into it and kind of explain our things, what our thinking is on that, because I mean, you talk to some of the hardcore ponies, they were all like, it's happening, and it's first party, all exclusives. Here comes some software, and it didn't happen, did it?
For an acquisition. I mean, I don't think the 10% is bad. It's just it's not probably what they wanted. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm sure we'll talk about it when Hargeet jumps in. Yeah.
Yeah. When Hargeet gets here, we're gonna dig in that a little deeper, because he said he has a lot to talk about on that one. So we're gonna let him get his bars off for sure. Yeah. But one thing I do want to kind of as we start to showing more people pile in here, which we appreciate. Thank you so much. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to, you can become a member. It's strictly $1, and it gets you access to all those emojis, including the Viking one, which is pretty awesome. So we I do want to touch on kind of the generosity of your channel, which I thought was pretty amazing. And if you don't mind, maybe just tell a little bit about what you've been doing all year, because you've been kind of saving up some super chats, and then what you were able to do with that.
All right, so not just some. So ever since we got monetized, we came together and was like, hey, for our first year, we're still learning the ropes. I know, like, podcasting's not cheap, right? There's so much stuff that goes into it. And I know we're going to take a hit the first year, but let's go ahead. Every single dollar that we make from merch, super chat, super thanks, views, direct donations, whatever, let's go ahead and donate that and give back to the local Boys and Girls Club where we used to game back when we were kids. So we actually, like, what's crazy is, like, we came short of our goal. Our goal was $6,000, right? And then we'll talk about the VP himself. And this is just on a personal note from me and him. Jason Ronald at the very last minute donated $500 to us. Wow. Or whatever, right? So shout out to Jason, from his own pockets, was able to help us exceed our goal of $6,000.
That's amazing.
And we were able to, so far, we still have $1,700 left, but so far we were able to buy 3 PlayStations, like the Fortnite bundle, 2 OLED Nintendo Switches, 4 Xboxes, a PlayStation Portal, a MetaQuest 3, some games, not the 3S MetaQuest, the actual 3. Right, the big dog. Yeah. And then we still got $1,700 to spend, and they organized a Santa to come through for the Boys and Girls Club on Tuesday, and We're giving all that to them. They have already like 9 TVs, and we're just going to fill the room up with the latest and greatest gaming equipment. And that way, when they get off of school, you know what I'm saying, just like what I used to, or during the summer program that they have, they're able to get in there and just game. And then like all the Xboxes will have Xbox Game Pass for the first year, and I'm a sponsor personally to make sure they have Game Pass for each Xbox. Because like instead of buying a whole bunch of games, what better value do you have than Xbox Game Pass, right?
Exactly.
You can play all the games day one. Now, of course, I'll probably have to buy like, you know, the Madden, the 2K and stuff like that for them, but they'll have Fortnite, they'll have all the free to play games, and it's going to be a really, really nice surprise for them.
That's fantastic, dude.
But yeah, every dollar, man, $6,000 even is what we raised, and I couldn't be happier, man. Like we couldn't be happier.
Well, I'll tell you, speaking as a kind of a member of the community, there's a lot of us out here that are, to be honest with you, are very proud of you and the work that you've done and your channel.
Thanks, man.
So thank you.
Well, we couldn't have done it without, like, especially from a lot of the people there in the chat, man. They donated, they super chats, you know, being members. Like it all really goes down. We provide some entertainment twice a week, you know what I mean? But they're the real winners here, is giving us the funds to be able to do this. Wow. So love it.
Yeah. Shout out to you though, man. That's very, very good. And please make sure you tell your brother and your other cohort that we thank you too, man. We
thank you, man.
Because I mean, it's like I said, you have a really great chemistry with all of you, and it's it shows that you guys have, you know, obviously you know your brother, but you've known each other a long time. But you know what I mean. Sometimes brothers don't like get along.
Don't always
get along.
You know, we got into a couple fights every now and then. You know, but you know that's just what family does. You know,
it is. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of family, the holidays coming up. Oh no.
Yeah, I know.
Goodness, which is a good thing. So yeah,
but thank you though. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome.
And I was actually inspired by Boom. You know, because he does it for his community or whatever at the end of the year and like throughout the year. It just worked out so well, man. We set a really high goal of $6,000, but somehow we ended up getting there, man. So it's great.
That is fantastic. Like I said, big shout out to you, man. That's awesome. And I know Boom's show that he just had Friday was his, you know, the big Christmas giveaway that he had. He gave away $2,000 on air Friday.
Yeah, I saw that. I was in there. Crazy. Yeah, I was trying to get a little bit of that.
There you go. I was working at the time, so I couldn't. I think I dropped him a super chat and everything. Wished him a Merry Christmas to everybody on the show, but I didn't get a chance to get on because got to work when you got to work.
100%, man. Yep.
So yeah. That's cool. So big shout out to everybody's here. We got over 160 people joining us so far. We appreciate it. We got lots of topics and things we can go over tonight. And I'm gonna pull up my my X account because I got a few things bookmarked. Dun dun dun. Let's see what we can rustle up the conversations as we get started.
Cool. Spyman said he loved my flight sim video, man. That was actually my first streaming a game on there, and Xbox gave me a code to stream the premium edition of Flight Simulator because that's my bag, y'all. Flight sim is my bag, and we had a good time doing that for about 2 hours, so that was cool. But thank you, Spyman. Appreciate that.
So. Okay, so we'll start. We're in a holidays mood, right? We're kind of holiday spirit, right? So what's wrong with a little holiday salt? A little
bit, yeah.
A little taste. This isn't brutal, I promise. But yeah, this is. So in fact, we even brought his name up when we were talking.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he had a little Christmas stream. So and so Reforge in gaming, he hit his goal. and his viewers get to watch him decorate a tree.
Okay.
But his goal was $4,000. So yeah, I had to cough up to $4,000, and then he got this amazing little costume on. And yeah, so and of course he has really nice comments to say.
Oh, he was decorating a tree.
There, folks.
What?
You'll start talking here in a second. He's trying to read his chat as he's decorating.
This is definitely an Xbox channel now. We're gonna this is an Xbox. Everything's an Xbox. My shirt is an Xbox. This Christmas tree is an Xbox.
What the? What? I mean, like,
Oh,
why
yeah.
is he? Where's Waldo?
There's still
looking
plenty
head?
of room, chat. Plenty of room. A lot of room.
So that's
Don't worry.
quality content.
Well, I'm confused. Like, as much as he tries to like get members, he couldn't get a bigger tree.
Well, you know, he's on a budget. It's the only thing of a fitness studio. I don't know.
Mo here?
And shout out to the person that
Big
recorded
Mad
his
Mo.
members only.
I gifted a member to you earlier. He said he disagrees.
Oh goodness. Well, yeah.
I would
Oh my
expect
gosh.
nothing less from you, Mo.
Big
That's
bad Mo.
Big bad.
Somebody
No.
gotta get
That's
right.
hilarious, man.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was in the chat. I know he was talking cash shit in the chat.
I guarantee it, dude. Look, I subscribe to his channel just so that I can get watch
some
content
content,
and just
yeah.
well, like I said, I interviewed him before, so his interview is
Yeah.
on here, and everybody can watch it if they want to. And I did get a lot of crap for that, but anyway, it's there, and I wasn't mean. I was a perfect gentleman and went through and just let people just kind of decide for themselves as to what they think.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way I do my interviews. And then of course with all the gifted things that they do, and he really kind of, I wouldn't say demands, but he has his membership goals, and of course oh no, it's Alex kind of makes fun of him for that, and he'll sometimes
Yeah.
he goes, oh, our membership goal is 500 this episode, let's go 500, let's go.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And then but still, so I get gifted memberships from him all the time just because I'm subscribed.
Right.
I've never
right.
bought a membership to his channel. I get
Yeah.
gifted all the time. So yeah.
Yeah, he has an interesting way of picking up memberships, which is kind of, demeaning a little bit, in my opinion. But I mean, if it works, it works, I guess.
Yeah.
It just couldn't be me.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I mean, he I don't know. It's a cute little elf costume for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is right there. So yeah, it's
He's a
oh
funny
man.
dude. Xavier said, I feel like there should be more pants.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They should be filled in a little bit more. I don't know.
Let's see. There is some more common refund. Yeah.
I don't know why I just pictured them doing that, getting out of bed. Go checking the stove knobs. The Timu elf.
Mr. Grifty. It ain't Christmas yet. What the fuck is this? A true grifter. Yeah, I agree with that. Grifty, yeah. Pretty funny. I spent all my money on Shimu. Now I have to eat noodles.
Did he buy like the old Shenmue, like for like $400?
Oh, like the yeah,
probably.
you might have.
Yeah, probably. That's one of my greatest games of all time, man. Shenmue 1 and 2, not 3. Yeah, it's called grifting. Yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah.
You're right.
Let's see. FARQ. Let's see. I actually watched the interview that you did with Reforge. It took two things away from that interview. One, my view Reforge hasn't changed, but wow, the weight that you have lost. Oh well, thanks, man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
man.
buddy.
I got on the show when I came into the green room. I was like, "Damn, dude, you look great! Like, how much weight did you lose? That's amazing, dude."
Health 85 pounds so far. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Health is wealth, as Cognito would say.
Exactly. And you made the comment. I told you how much I weigh now, and you were like, "I'll weigh less than you do."
You do weigh less than me. That's crazy. Shit.
Well, still got a ways to go. The only thing that kind of is weird is that with the weight gain, you had a lot of
the extra skin
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's all like it looks so gross. And,
it'll go away in time, though, man.
Yeah, I hope so. Been working on that in the gym stuff, trying to tone up a little bit and stuff. I had somebody ask me, "Are you going to go to surgery to have?" I was like, "No."
Yeah. No.
I mean, I'm no Mr. Fashion for sure. Spartan 661, welcome, Spartan.
What up, man?
Merry Christmas, buddy. Yeah, Spartan. He's another one of those guys that jumps around all the channels. He's amazing.
Yeah,
we got over 200 people here, man.
That's dope, man. And I wonder. I know you're the host, but people in the chat, man, what are you guys looking forward to playing? Like during the holiday season. Since everybody's probably got some time off and enjoying it with family, curious to know what everybody will be playing. What about you, Dave? What you playing?
Gosh, probably gonna try and finish Indiana Jones.
Okay, yeah,
I played it a little bit earlier today again, and also big shout out to Sith Lord for
Sith
membership, 12-month membership. We appreciate you so much. He does a really cool thing. Every Sunday he put a really good post listing all of his favorite podcasters.
Dude, he does it every day, man, which is great. He does it exactly every day. It's amazing.
And we do appreciate the Sith Lord for doing that. It's awesome. So I know you've been on his mentioned list as well. So there you go.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. Oh, we do have a a super chat. I'll read that out here from Sith Lord. Thank you so much. Hi, Web Dave, my man, Black Viking, number 4 in the key.
What up, Chief? Hashtag for the kids.
That's right. Exactly, for the kids. And you did definitely do a good thing for the kids this year. Let's see. There you go. Playing Indiana Jones, MK1.
I'm on a similar track, man. Indiana Jones, and I've been playing a lot of League of Legends lately. So, freaking Arcane got me back in it. So, sorry, guys. Arcane got me back in, man.
I started playing that the card game.
Legends of Runeterra. Yeah, I play that all the time on my phone.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a solid game because I used to play Hearthstone a lot. By WoW or whatever, and or by Blizzard. And when Runeterra came out, because I was already a big League head, I started playing that. It was just so much more enjoyable for me. So, yeah, I love a card. I love a good card game.
Yeah, me too. And there's so many good things to check out on that too. We kind of mentioned this earlier when we were behind the scenes. We were talking about there's a video, which there's some clips of it now. We'll play the clips because they're a little shorter, so we can kind of get into it. But apparently there's a diehard Sony pony fanboy that has basically. He has, let's see, I guess his wife gave him a system, an Xbox for Christmas or birthday, whatever, and he has kind of changed his tune, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let me bring this up for you real quick. So, it helps if I hit the right button, doesn't it? There we go. So this is actually a post from Post Up. So yeah, both of them said, when the truth hits you, Hashtag Xbox. And let's see if I can.
For everything else that's not exclusive, this is sort of the best thing out there right now in console space. And that includes the Pro. It's phenomenal. The Xbox Series X is phenomenal. And as a PlayStation fan, I can say confidently this is incredible. If it wasn't for exclusive titles, which many are a must play, like God of War, this is the best console this generation. I was one of those guys that was like, PlayStation has the only next generation pad because it vibrates and has all these. Let me tell you, right? That shit never gets implemented, ever. It's the only time it gets implemented is on Astrobot. That's it. And then you get minor. You don't. It was a gimmick. It was always a gimmick, right? But from a pad point of view, this pad is better than the PS5 pad. For me personally, it fits my hand better. I like the fact. I thought this was going to be weird to me, having one there and one there, right? But it's not. It feels a lot more natural. I just love the pad. I love the pad, and just the Series X, man. It's faster. It's just a great system, bro. Like, and now I discover that you can actually pair it with a keyboard and mouse.
Facts.
So I was wrong. I've been so absurdly Team Sony for so long that I really didn't realize how good of a system the X was. And
there you go.
It's crazy once you stop, reading the narratives, listening to all the narratives, and you actually try it for yourself, what it'll do for you.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him, man. Like I understand a lot of people still like to play more so on their PlayStations because that's where they built their library at. So it kind of makes sense for them since the PS4 generation and Xbox One generation. But when it comes to the features that are on the Xbox, you know what I'm saying? When we're just talking about third-party games, right? Because the PlayStation probably gets the least amount of time for me. I think I had 174 hours on that all year, and that was mainly due to Astrobot and Final Fantasy. And I had 1,700 hours on my Xbox, and then a godly amount of hours on my PC. And the reason is features, man. Dual entitlement for a lot of games, like with Play Anywhere, Quick Resume. The UI is great. I'm so glad that he was able to quote unquote see the light and try it for himself versus just parroting media bias, I guess, or just hate for the console in itself. Yeah.
And like people have said in the chat, he ended up he's been getting a lot of backlash and hate for this too, which I did not really deserved on his part. And he's not really bashing on the PlayStation. He's
not. He said I agree. PlayStation exclusives are dope as shit. Like Ghost of Tsushima is my favorite game that they've released in a long time, right? And then we get Ghost of Yotai next year, and then that Intergalactic Heretic Prophet looks great or whatever. They have great games. Whenever for their pipeline, right? Concord was a massive failure. I had a lot of fun with Astrobot, but aside from that, I'm on Xbox, right? So whenever they do release one or two games that I'm interested in for that year, I'll play them on my PlayStation, and then I'm moved back to my normal routine.
Yep. Yeah. Well, like you said, man, it's just first and foremost, I think both of us are gamers.
Yes.
The platform I prefer, and like you, is the Xbox, the ecosystem. I prefer that one.
Yeah.
But there's, all right, let's make the joke. I'd say there's not a Mario game anywhere else except for for the Nintendo system, and I should buy Astrobot.
Yeah.
Because they ripped it all off. Anyway, I'm sorry. Was that loud? Anyway, I'll find that video and play a little bit. But anyway,
are you talking about the 1-for-1 for like
yes,
all
the videos with showing everything. Yeah, all this. I was like, well,
I wonder where all this came from.
yeah, and then of course, the pony bots or ponies are like, well, that's the severest form of flattery. Oh, ripping somebody off as the severest form of flattery.
Bar for bar, man. Bar for bar.
Yep. Let me read this. Showtime Rizzy, $2 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. Dude is really blowing up from this. Shout out to him. Yes, definitely shout out to him. And the thing is, I don't really think it's justified. So what if he likes it, there's God knows there's plenty of Xbox people that have gone the other way.
Correct.
But for some of those people, like Tin Dog, it was, I think he felt scorned or
it was like betrayal to them. Yeah. So it wasn't like a genuine move over. It was more so we're starting to get games now and you're putting it over there, so like F you type of thing. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
And mass produced, I get you. I know you tend to lean PlayStation. That's fine, but I tell you, I don't like the triggers at all. In fact, every game that I have that uses them, I turn it off because you can play without them. I don't like that feature.
Yeah, so like I think like with like
that's just
like
me.
yeah. I mean, everybody has their own taste. Like I appreciated the features in Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man 2, they were kind of lacking. Final Fantasy Rebirth, they were kind of lacking. Astrobot did, like he said in his own video, did the most with the haptic feedback, and it was actually pretty damn cool. But they they have it there, but it's just they just don't use it.
Yeah, for sure. And then Showtime Rizzy, another $2. Oh yeah, and don't let the BV fly your plane. He crashed.
Yeah, he's lying. Lies. It's blasphemy. Listen, I did perfect landings, smooth as butter. The only time I crashed is when they wanted me to try to fly into where were we at? Cleveland, the Brown Stadium. They wanted me to try to land in the Brown Stadium. So yes, I crashed there. Other than that, we were golden.
Oh, that's too funny. Your friends are calling you out there. Your chat friends calling you out. That's funny. And big question here from Froggy. Where's Hargeet? Hargeet is actually on his way. He had to take some relatives to the airport, and it's about an hour drive away. But he said he should be back here by around 7 at the start of the show, but he hasn't made it back yet. But we want him to be safe, and that's the most important thing. So he should be joining us here in just a little bit. Haven't heard anything different from him. In fact, let me double check here. Nope. Nothing. Let's see how I see. I had to pick up the family at the airport. Land around 5:15. Airport's about an hour away, and most likely they probably have to. They probably have him running some errands since they're coming back in from out of town. So I'm assuming he'll be here when he gets here, and So never fear. Hargeet will be here. I have a good strong feeling. Unfortunately, Distinctive One was going to be on our the D1 was going to be here today, but he got a migraine and is not feeling up to par. So he said he tried to hold it out for the last couple of hours to see if he feel better, and I know what it's like, man. Every now and again I get one, but when I do get one, whoo, I don't want to talk or be around anybody or have any light on or or anything, much less talk and think about gaming or anything else. So I get that. So, but we're hoping he gets to feeling better, and he will be on a future episode. So don't fear. We definitely are gonna have him on. What is E-Rank saying about you right now, Viking? What did you read that one? What does that say?
He said BV gonna be up all night trying to land in that stadium now. Like, I'll show those pieces of shit. Yeah, listen, I was talking to Nova and Scale about that because they know me, bro. Like, if you give me a challenge like that, I just didn't want to do it live on stream. I will try until I get it. And I think I figured out a way to do it. So maybe next time I live stream it, we'll do the Cleveland Browns challenge. So how about that?
Do you land a helicopter or a plane in there?
A plane. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
A little Cessna.
A little Cessna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe a helicopter might be easier to do.
Yeah, no, 100%. It'll be hella easy, but it'll be a nice little feat to do land in the Brown Stadium. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. That would be cool. I do have to mention this this little chat here real quick from our friend in the chat.
Why so serious?
So yeah, he let me bring it up. Here it is. So yeah, he says they blocked P Lump on COD chat because he kept promoting his show. Oh,
like TTV, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
my God, Paris is here.
Hey, what's up, Paris?
Boo! Everybody put thumbs down in the chat for Paris.
That's not nice. We don't want to do that.
No, I'm just kidding.
I know you are.
I fucking love Paris. That's my guy.
Let's face it. Paris is amazing, and he had a good. I wish I could play it here, but I won't do it because it's actually go to his channel. Check it out. Thumbs down from Paris. Oh, Paris! What you need to do is you need to put the Viking helmets on if you have a membership, and if you don't have a membership, maybe we'll see about getting you one. But yeah, look, we got the Viking helmets in there.
There we go.
For the Black Viking. There you go. The Black Viking is here. Oh goodness.
Yeah. Paris is great, man. His interview style, man, is first of all, he has that deep, dark, sultry voice.
Oh yeah.
And like his interview style and follow-up questions, dude, is amazing, bro. He's definitely one of the people I look to whenever I'm preparing for interviews. To study and try to emulate as much as possible. Dude's amazing.
Yeah, for facts, for sure. Much respect for Paris. Legendary Yobi, what do you say here? Black Viking mad because Paris rolled up on him like
Yobi lies. Ask Paris, bro. But listen, I had Paris looking like Dreamcast guy whenever I was at PAX West, scared, running for his life. He called security on me.
Well, that's funny. That's funny. And Paris, we won't really get into it here tonight, but that interview that Addict had with Dreamcast guy, and I believe you actually came up in conversation on that, and that was pretty interesting. Oh, Paris.
If that's what you want to call it, man. If that's what you want to call it. We had a lot of fun there, man.
Yeah, for real. And hoping, looks like things are going to happen. If they do have a, I guess during the summer time when they have the summer game fest, and if they do have the Fan Fest, or what's what they call the Xbox Fan Fest.
Yeah.
If they do end up having that as well. I'm bringing Hargeet. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hargeet.
How's it going, guys?
What's up, brother?
Going good. Then I definitely hope that I get to hang out with because I'm sure Paris is going to be there. So hopefully I get to meet Paris too. That would be so awesome. Here he's pretty tall in real life. So Hargeet, that's true, right? Paris is a tall man.
He is, yeah. 6, probably 3, I guess. I'm guessing something like that. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know if he's in our chat.
He is.
Yeah, he's definitely he's tall.
He ain't as big as everybody make him seem, bro. He a little guy.
Oh, yeah. All righty then. Welcome, Hargeet. We're so glad you're here safe. Adding a couple people in the chat. I asked it already. Where's Hargeet? He's on his way. Don't worry. Don't never fear. Hargeet is here.
Family coming back, and to pick him up from the airport. So,
and that's
a little delayed.
No worries at all. We're just really glad that you're here, man. So that's awesome. We did save the bigger topics for when you got here. Don't worry about that.
Nice.
Yeah. We
I'm 5'17".
5'17". Yeah, that's pretty tall.
Which if
That's
taking
5
that
feet.
6'5". It's
That's
6'5".
5 feet, 16 inches taller than Ray Ray, ain't it?
Oh,
Poor Ray Ray.
6'5". Is that? I don't know if that's actually what he's saying, but I'm guessing
Could be.
6'5".
Hargee, read that comment right there, buddy.
Hargee is here now. It's a show.
Hey,
Exactly.
party time.
We had Viking
Exactly.
here. We had WEBDAVE. It's good.
It's not a big deal. I'm nothing without you, Hargee. Didn't you know that? That's true.
Oh, so I was right. So 6'3". Okay.
Cool. I think Ray Ray has dyslexia. I think he need to put 3'7".
Hey, I do want to show, since we're talking about Ray Ray, and we love Ray Ray. We do love him. In fact, you got an interview
That's my guy.
with Ray Ray. You're right. You're right. Very much so. But Farq, in his all-seeing, all-knowing, and magic powers that he has, I'm going to bring this up real quick. Let me find it. Let's see. Oh, there it is. There it is. He was festive, and last week he made this wonderful little image. I don't know if you've seen this, Viking, but I will show it to you now. We'll go. Yeah, we'll share this screen. Yeah, there we go. Share this tab. There you go. And that is the elf on the shelf.
Nice, Ferris.
Oh my god, bro. That is hilarious.
Oh, Farq. Oh no, I forgot about that one. Hey, Axel, what's going on, buddy? It's great to see you here, man. I loved your show this morning with you and Terry. Did a great job, man. Awesome. Cool cat, Terry. It was an awesome show this morning. Good morning, Xbox. Love it. Another one of the shows that Lord Sith Lord had mentioned, which was pretty cool. Ray on the tray. Oh goodness, yeah. Elf on the shelf. I think that's pretty funny. No disrespect to Ray. It's we got. Hey, look, we've all been suspect, or I guess suspect. We've all been a fault. Look, even last week's episode, he showed no shame. There's Dirt Griggity as Elf on the Shelf. And then if you want to see, I thought this was adorable. I don't know if Sean liked it at all, but there's Sean as 786 as an elf as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah. His talent knows no bounds, man.
No.
Love it. Love it. Oh, goodness. He made them fast too, man. They were Showtime Resident Evil. Farq is a menace to society. Oh, love it. Yeah, and that's what I thought too, man. Sean's elf was primo. And Primo Drake. I think he's the only one of our winners last week. That everybody else has been paid off, and but he is the only one. He actually was a super nice guy. First of all and foremost, I want to say that right off the bat, all of our winners were fantastic. From last week, we gave away $425 in cash for people. And it was because it was our 100 episode. This is our 101 right now. And let's see here. Yeah. So Primo Drake, he had messaged me and he had said that he goes, if it's possible, he'd rather give me a membership than a cash prize. That would be way better. And unfortunately, I can't give a membership directly. When we do the gifting thing, it's just a random thing. I can't like assign somebody as a gift. I wish I could. Or if there's a way to do it, I don't know how it is. But what I was going to tell you is that if you do want to, if you go ahead and take the money through like PayPal, then you can take that and you can subscribe yourself because it's just $1 a month. So you could just stay on for 25 weeks if that's what you want to do. I don't know, however you want to do it. but we would, or 25 months. I mean, sorry, here we go. But we would love to have you as a member for sure. And I'd love to be able to pay you out. So, but it's up to you. If you don't want to, that's cool too. We appreciate you watching, appreciate you being here, and it was a great show last week. So yeah, that was some of the things that we talked about, and then so let's. And we were talking right when you got here, which I know Hargeet, you may have a comment on this. So we already showed the clip of him actually talking about the PlayStation fanboy that his wife got him an Xbox, and he kind of like changed his tune. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, if you give it a chance, like the ecosystem is pretty good. What they've designed and put together is a pretty cool console. So, a lot of it is just fanboyism where you don't try the other ones. Like all of us have bought a PlayStation 5 and, we've given it a chance, it is what it is. So do the same on the other side.
Yeah, for sure. It's, and like I said, and of course he's getting a lot of backlash now, but I don't know. I know.
On the flip side, he's saying he's loving the community pulling him in on the Xbox side, right? So
yep,
very welcoming, and he's enjoying that. So hey, there you go, right?
Exactly. So I guess you want to get into the main topic? It's 45 minutes into the show. We got almost 300 people here. We got 170 people on YouTube, over 112 people on X, and one person watching on Twitch. Hey, hello, Twitch viewer. Welcome. Oh goodness. So and the numbers keep going up. So yeah. And so the big topic, or thumbnail, which I don't know if everybody caught that on the thumbnail, but it was and I try to do a couple of different what do you call them, the AI generated, and it got some weird stuff, so I decided just to go with the old traditional basic image. Hey Plume, that's right, Tony from Plume Network is here as well. Hey buddy, how's it going? How's that being a new daddy? Yeah, he's got a little one. Try to have him back on the show, but wife had the baby, and he's on baby detail, giving her a break. So, but we appreciate him, and we'll have him back on in the future. I guarantee it, because he's a great member of the community as well. But I was doing the thumbnail for it, and I thought, well, the Monopoly guy with his money pulled out, the chance card where you go broke, you go to the poorhouse, was the premise on it. And then I put on there, I changed it to no chance that Sony's going to buy it. And last week, it's still up, not taking it down, but I got the most responses, Hargeet and Viking. I put it, all I did was put the two stock market things up from Xbox and Sony, showing the value of Xbox. And so that's all I did. And I said, I'm just going to leave this here. Wow. And then I felt like I just poured gasoline on the ground, lit a match, and threw it right in the middle of it. And holy crap, there was so much hate and disdain, and even good old Porter Rock jumped in on that one. Thought I was crazy, didn't? I don't know. I didn't reply back to anybody. I just let them stew.
Just mute the replies and move on.
Yeah.
What was the issue?
Well, that they're like, what does that mean? It means nothing. Okay. Yeah, sure. That $500 a share from Microsoft, a $3 trillion company, and then that Sony is trading at under $25 a share, and and they're possibly selling off some assets, because we know already that Kojima got a lot of his stuff back. And how did he do that? They didn't just give it to him. No. So they probably said, okay, will you continue to make games for us? And we'll continue, we'll do the exclusive timed. And yeah, they probably saved them a lot of money having to do that. Look, Sony's a big company, and they have a lot of different divestitures, as it were. They have a lot of different ways they make money, whether it's through their TVs and all the other stuff, and of course the
Movies,
animation,
anime, yeah.
exactly, all that kind of stuff. And another topic we'll get into later is that like LG, the big company LG TVs, they've officially stopped making Blu-ray players. There's no longer in production. What stock they have left is it, and that's what because they're not selling them as what they used to. So they're just letting the stock clear out. So, Sony Pictures has a lot of flops, including the newest one, Kraven the Hunter. I was looking forward to that.
Yeah,
got beat up,
and I'll watch it when it releases, like streaming or whatever. But
won't be long.
Man, yeah, it's so crazy that how bad it did, man. Or what terrible streak that they're on anyway. Like, aside from the mainline Spider-Man movies, Venom didn't do well. Spider, what was it? Madam Spider, whatever.
Web.
Madam Web. There you go. Yep. Hella flops, and then now this, bro. Like with Kraven, which Kraven is like one of my favorite villains. That's crazy that they just didn't do well, man.
Yep. And the thing that I thought was pretty interesting that's actually come out now, that Sony actually had the ability to have Tom Holland's Spider-Man in every single one of those movies. He was legally able to do it. They just didn't feel like they needed to because of his price, and they decided to write around him. That was their call, their choice, not to have Tom Holland in those movies.
That's crazy. I'm sure he has like a large price to put him in the movie, but also, like, I think when it comes to Tom Holland specifically, the Spider-Man, I think that the agreement that they have with Disney is that whatever movie that Tom Holland's going to be in, that's going to be Sony production, Sony has to put up 75% of the budget. And Disney has to put in 25% of the budget, but they also split the revenues on top of that. So maybe they thought, well, we don't want to pay for Tom Holland to be in it, and then like we don't want to split the revenue at all, because I don't know what they were thinking, to be honest, because they probably should have done that to make it better, get people butts in seats at the movie theater. But it's crazy. It's crazy that I don't know what they're doing with everything outside of mainline Spider-Man. Like, it's crazy.
Agreed. Hargeet?
Yeah, I mean, they've had a few big L's, right? So, I was kind of hoping I don't know if we're getting into the Katakawa thing, but I was hoping
go ahead
to pull that off. Because it would be something exciting on their side. They got something here, right? They've got a little structured deal here where I think it's more about IP and translating that into movies and TV, anime, stuff like that. I think that's kind of what they're looking to do, right? So, but hey, it's something. I was kind of hoping it was going to be the whole thing. There was potential for regulatory hiccups there too, but still, it would have been more exciting, right? But whatever. They got a little 10% dealio there. And maybe that is an affordability issue. They've been kind of trying to do this for 2 years, couldn't do it. I guess maybe there's a financing thing that didn't work out. Fair enough. But the flops have been pretty big on their side. You just take Concord and say, well, how do you take that? Oh wait, Lego Horizon, that's also a big flop. And then you have Kraven, and that's all this year. They're having issues, right? On top of all that, they've had to close studios. They've canceled a whole bunch of their games that they've spent a lot of money developing. That's on that side of it, right? And movie wise, the whole industry has been kind of having trouble.
Yeah,
and,
Madam Web was this year too, Hargeet.
Wow. And so they're not immune to that, right? So they're gonna have to find something to try to fix this. I don't know what that's gonna be, right? They were trying the Paramount deal that fell through, and now they kind of got a little bit of Katakawa, but not really. So that's kind of where they are. They have a journey ahead of them. We'll see what they do with it. Brand wise, though, PlayStation's still a serious brand. I don't know what Sony's brand is as far as TVs. I think LG and Samsung have kind of taken over, and now Hisense and TCL are starting to really dig in, and it's kind of the way it is. I think those are kind of the big brands that people think about now. I don't know how much Sony actually plays in the TV space as far as market share now. So which is another major thing that it's kind of gone now. So I don't know. We'll see where they go with all this stuff, right? So they've pivoted to more IP, like they want to do the condo thing, the emotion, but that really requires them to kind of have a lot of stuff under their belt. They do have a lot, though. They have a lot. And we'll see how they keep doing it. But what they haven't been talking about is, here's how we're expanding gaming. They really only talk about how they're expanding anime and movies and TV, which I'm assuming they kind of assume there's going to be more return on those. And in some ways, they probably are. I don't know how much they make off of Crunchyroll, for instance. I'm sure it's a lucrative thing for them, right? So that's got to be something that drives at least some bottom line for them. Up to now, PlayStation's still driving profits. Granted, a lot of that comes off of things like Fortnite and Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still there for them. They do need to kind of figure out what to do with their games. Like the two they've announced so far, Ghost of Yotai and Intergalactic, both have met with middling, responses. It's not like it's like all overwhelmingly positive, and that's not what you want to hear, right?
Right.
So unfortunate for both of those studios. That could mean problems. So, but I don't know. Like I didn't see anything wrong with Intergalactic, but apparently it really struck a nerve somehow.
Yep.
And that's not cool, right? Because like they had to cut the comments out, and it had a pretty high dislike number, which I mean you just wouldn't expect, right? Like you'd expect it to be very, very positive, but nope. It even I'm like, I don't know anything about it yet, but I'm like, it looks like it could be something interesting, right? Let me see more of what the gameplay is. Like, I'm not gonna just kill it because it's PlayStation. No, like it looks like it could be something cool. It seems like it has like an 80s vibe to it. Like, okay, well, this could be something interesting, right? But
it looks like a good game. I think most of the things came from her having a bald head and looking a little butch and whatever. Like that shit's nonsense.
But I mean, like if you're a bounty hunter, don't you? I just
exactly
expect that, right?
Exactly, dude. Like it's rounded. Yeah, she's not gonna have long flowy hair.
Yeah, right. So like
somewhat grounded. Yeah.
It was the same with like series not looking good. Like what? See, that trailer was fan freaking tastic. Witcher 4 trailer was fan freaking tastic. How can you not like that? But no, apparently even that had some controversy.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Well, yeah, I'm excited for a new Naughty Dog game. So,
but the problem with this is like on their side they don't have like the blanket of Game Pass, so they have to make money off of these games, and we'll see what they do. If these games have the same like controversy issues as they release, will it really be a problem for them? But I don't know. This is stuff they have to work through. What the hell's going on with this thing?
Hey, Hargeet, for your TV numbers, let's see. Sony only has, as far as revenue share for the TV shipment and revenue share, premium TVs, right? 5%, and for shipment share and revenue share is 7%. Samsung blows everybody out the water, 45% and 44%.
Wow, 5%, 7%. Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. Hargeet, you'll be able to read that.
Sure. Victor Alistine at WebDave. No, Bloomberg reported that Crunchyroll is losing money. Ugh. And a video I saw was talking about them shutting down maybe in 4 years. Is they're losing money fast? Oh my gosh!
Jesus Christ,
that's terrible. Oh my, like wow. So where is the good news?
Exactly.
Like, what do you find for good news for these guys? It's not good. I mean,
it's been a while since I've had Crunchyroll. Have they started the approach of having ads in there in the content or whatever, like Hulu or whatever? That would yeah, or that would just be blanketed. Like it would probably have to be that way for them to make some money. If they are losing money, that's kind of crazy, man. That's not a good sign at all.
Yeah. Black Viking, I actually want to share one of your posts.
They thought they was getting the whole slate.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I love it. Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, I think the 10% is very strategic for them. I mean, I know
Yeah.
that people want to tout that it's a majority share. I mean, like, yeah, they have 10% of the vote for whatever, but sometimes you need 75% of everybody of the vote to pass anything within these boardrooms.
Yeah. It's not a controlling or share. That's
it's
the big
not a
key.
controlling share, exactly.
Yeah.
But it'll be good for them, like, content wise, IP wise.
Yeah.
So I think it's the correct move for them. I don't think them having $13 billion and then spending $3 billion on the whole company would have garnered them any fruit. How people probably want them to. So yeah, I think the 10% move was good. I think they might be going the 10-cent route and having a majority share in a lot of different companies rather than owning them outright.
Yeah. Well, I know that like some of the things that they're trying to do just haven't really seemed to to pan out. I mean, like, all right, so they're still paying for Bungie.
Yeah.
That's several more years of payments for that deal to be finished. So,
versus cash on the other side. We're just gonna buy it for cash. We want to buy ABK for $70 billion cash.
yeah, there's a comment from Sleepy Forest. They burned the money on Bungie. And
on
they don't
Bungie.
want to
Yep.
burn more
Yeah.
and more acquisitions.
And Bungie hasn't quite worked out for them yet. So we will
not
see
yet.
if that if Marathon turns out to be great, awesome. But up to now it hasn't really been paying dividends, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, like with the losses that they're having, like losing market share in the TV space, losing, I guess not making money with Crunchyroll, Bungie not working out the way it's supposed to. Did I mention Concord already? Like how bad that was, and losing quite a bit of money via the entertainment space when it comes to like their movies or comic book movies, at least. It's kind of rough, man. It's kind of rough. And you know what saddened me probably the most, and I know probably chat's not going to agree. Like, I had the most fun I had in a long time playing Astrobot. And I really thought it was going to do really good. I thought it was going to do really good numbers. It wasn't quite game of the year for me, right? I thought Metaphor deserved that. But it was a fun ass game, man, and I really thought that you would have seen like the $5 million, $7 million sales. I mean, 7 million units pushed within the first couple of months. But man, was it 1.5 million right now for a $50 game? That's really.
I assume that's hopefully getting better. I hope they because it had sales, right? But like I hope it gets better. But it is disappointing that like they don't really support the games that are not the big marquee game names, right? So it's really Spider-Man, God of War, Last of Us, like those kind of games that really sell a lot. Outside of that, like Gran Turismo sells reasonably, but I mean Ghost of Tsushima did okay. Helldivers 2 was surprisingly good, but a lot of that was PC. So I don't know. They really don't. They don't generally buy their games. Like Returnal barely notched anything. Ratchet and Clank barely went anywhere. It's really just the bigger games that do stuff. Ben famously with the Days Gone, it didn't even sell enough to make the sequel. Like, okay, that kind of sucks. But that's kind of where they are, right? So
I like Fuzzy Belvedere. Welcome, Fuzzy. His comment there.
Hey, Fuzzy.
You read that?
At Viking basically Astrobot should have been a pack-in with the PS5 Pro. That's probably true.
Yeah, 100%. It should for $700. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they probably would bundle it, right? That's generally how they kind of inflate their sales numbers, is the bundling, right? So, I'm surprised they haven't done that, but I think maybe they were expecting to bundle Concord, and unfortunately, they had to shut it down. But
yeah, it was so sad watching the secret level episode of Concord, knowing that that was such a bad decision not to make it free to play, in my opinion. But
I don't think they can, right? The point is to replace COD, right? The issue is if it's free to play, you don't need PS Plus. right? They want those PS Plus subscribers.
Yeah,
That's
they
part
do.
of the reason they're doing all this stuff,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, well, if you want that, then they have to pay for it. And
Yeah.
so
Insane,
they have to pick a lane, right?
They do, yeah.
Exactly.
Crazy.
There was that somebody was talking about the selling slow on I don't know. Well, I'll get back to that in just a second. But this is we're talking about the picture of the Xbox, and we will talk about that in just a minute. but just to kind of finish up this topic, I guess, as it were, you know, like I said, Sony's a big company. Sony's not going anywhere, but they just don't have, you know, what they need to have right now. It's just they've made some decisions, and good or bad, you know, some people really liked Jim Ryan, and now we're really seeing that maybe he wasn't the best choice for them. I mean,
yeah,
to be honest.
That Sony arrogance, I think, probably got in the way when it comes to like switching over to live service, thinking that people were just going to gobble it up, and it's really hard to get in that space, man. It's really, really difficult. Marvel Rivals is doing really, really well, partially in part to the IPs and
right.
everything they could, and it's
That's
a great
it, right?
People are so that, and it is an Overwatch clone in a way. But there's so many disgruntled Overwatch fans out there for what happened from Overwatch 1 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
They were looking for something new to contend with, and Marvel Rivals just hits the sweet spot, man. I was telling everybody when I was playing the closed beta, I was like, this is going to be a monster hit. Not only because the gameplay is good, right, and the netcode's great, but the IP is there, man. The IPs and the creativity they can do with skins, and it's free to play. They have a great monetization system. Knocked it out of the park, man. But it's really hard to do that, and it's really hard to sustain. I mean, we saw with X Defiant too. They just went bye-bye as well. Like, it's really hard to compete in that space. And please never, ever come out and say you're going to be a COD killer or this killer or that killer, because you are going to set yourself up for failure every single time.
Amen to that.
Like, Fortnite's not going away, like, ever. Call of Duty's never going away. Like, no matter how people get mad, people get upset with whatever iteration of Call of Duty. Like, those games are black hole games to where, like, you know, most, like, you know, I did my year roundup for Xbox and even Steam, like, and PlayStation 2, the medium games that people play is 4 every year, right? And even on Steam, only 15% of gamers play new games, right? So, like, people are in these black hole games for life. They're not going anywhere.
Very true. Very true. Hargeet, we showed earlier some of the amazing artwork that Farku had done for us. We've shown him what he did for us for last week's episode, and some of the other things he sent, like the Elf on the Shelf for Ray, Dirt, and Sean, which I thought Sean's was adorable. I'm just gonna say that again. But then Black Viking was like, I gotta show you something that for Ray from his new character coming up for Death Stranding 2.
Death Stranding 2, man. Ray's in there. He's getting a nice little check. There he goes. He's that animated puppet.
Little marionette.
Damn.
You look good, Ray, my boy. You look good.
Ray.
Oh goodness.
Wow.
Oh, let's read this comment here real quick.
All right. Victor Elson again. Sony is in such a pickle that Naughty Dog seems to be relying on ADs to co-fund their game. What's ADs? They might be going multi-plat faster. Sorry. Yes. Like the capital AD just killed me. I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I get you.
Ads,
yeah. So ads, which that's an interesting thing, because if you think about like 80s vibe, that was very 80s, right? To have product placement in movies. So I don't know if that's intentional because of the vibe, or if it's intentional because they want money. It's probably both, but
Yeah. Well, and also Hargeet, I think probably I'm not saying I don't want ads all over the place in video games, but like given how big these budgets are for these games, it's probably not a bad idea to sprinkle it in there that's to where it's like you barely see it, right? You know what I mean? Like if you have cars in your game, it's cool to have some of them branded, right? And that's just additional. That's like it's nonchalant, I guess is what I say. The Adidas Spider-Man outfit was not nonchalant. I think that was the bad way to do it. But like showing in the commercial with her rocking the Adidas kicks and the Sony stereo or CD or a record player and the Porsche spaceship. I think those were nice touches. I didn't think it was too bad.
Agreed. Let me I had another clip. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
Damn it, where'd it go?
But it's cool that they're probably tapping into some of that to be more risk averse when it comes to the budgets of these games. Like, why not make somebody else pay for some of this?
I agree with that. Maybe a little further down. Give me 2 seconds here. See if I can find that. No, I don't want to play that one because it's that might make somebody mad. Oh, that sounds good there, doesn't it? I don't want to play that because it might make somebody mad. Let's see here. Sorry, I seem to have lost a clip. Where in the hell did it go? God damn, it was so funny.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll
go ahead. There's super chats. I'll let you read those.
Yeah. Members. So I think we already did this, right? Okay.
No, not yet.
We haven't done that one.
No,
so Simple Jack, $5. Speaking of Astro, why haven't journalists given it Gotti at their own publications, IGN, etc.? If the majority voted it for TGA Gotti, just find it odd. Well, IGN isn't the only one voting. That's the thing.
Yes.
Everybody kind of blames IGN. You have to understand the panel that Jeff puts together. A lot of them lean towards PlayStation. Yes, some people at IGN lean PlayStation, but some people don't. And so IGN tends to be a bit better than people give credit to them for. But like, it's not just IGN; it's the rest. There's just a tilt. Right? There's an overall tilt, and a lot of people loved, Astro. Even you just like ask people on the Xbox side who played Astro, they all seem to love it. So if that's the case, right? Like you got to just expect that that's what's going to happen. I don't know. I didn't think. I was expecting it. I've been saying it's going to be game of the year for a long time. So I don't think that's something that's odd.
I also think it was more palatable too. Like Metaphor is a huge game, and I'm sure a lot of people just didn't play it, right?
Yeah.
And it's a certain type of game as well, right? So I'm sure a lot of people didn't play it because of the type of game that it was. Black Myth, I think got played probably quite a bit. I don't know Western wise. I know in China they did.
Yeah, it's definitely China. Yeah.
But I think everybody, like all ilks, played Astrobot. You know what I mean? So you probably have more people.
Though it sold the least, right? It's one of the smallest selling game of the years. It's an interesting
by a long shot too.
Yeah,
mind you. Yeah.
All right, and then Spartan gives us. Do I have that over here? I think I have that here. There we go. Cool. Put my Stream Deck together. And let me just get the list. We got 5 gifted, and that's Solid White 731, Weapon X, Sir Rifsalot, Full Treff, and RC Polygons.
Very cool. Very cool.
Congratulations,
dude. Spartan be out there, man.
Thanks for the gifts.
Exactly. You know what? I do remember where I saw.
All right, did you get your clip?
I did. I gotta. All right, so yeah, I remember where I found it. And it wasn't. I'm sorry. I am laughing because it's playing while I'm trying to bring it up. Holy shit! Let's see. Let me share this thread here. All right, can you guys see that?
Yeah, I remember this.
All right, so actually, let's bring it back down to the who did this. Talking about the game Interstellar. Intergalactic. I see Intergalactic, and they edited this little clip together from one of the Rush Hour movies, and god damn, it's so funny. All right, so here we go. If you haven't seen it, hold on to your hats because it's this is humor, folks. Humor.
It's right here.
Holy mother of Jesus! She's a man. I went to second base with a damn Frenchman. It's the crying games. I'm Brokeback Carter. Oh,
I'm not a man, it's just a wigger.
you sure about that?
It's right here.
Oh goodness.
She is still 1,000% of wood for me.
Oh goodness.
Absolutely would. She is because she's a real actor as well.
Yes.
Yeah, she's fine, bro. She's fine.
Most definitely. And I do have that other oh gosh, where the hell is it at? As I'm scrolling. Have you ever, this is so weird. Usually these are all like in order, and then for some reason they're all like jacked up. They're not in order anymore. So let's see if I can find where because I know I sent it to Dirt and then oh crap. I'll pull off. I'll stop sharing for a minute and we'll continue the conversation. But I was gonna find the we're talking about Xbox bundle. I was gonna bring that up
the
while we're
Japan
talking.
thing?
Yeah. So shout out to the over 350 people watching us right now, or 200 people watching us on YouTube, 150 on X, and 1 on Twitter. Yay! And thank you, Hargeet, for reading those off. And welcome all the new members. If you have a gift membership, big shout out to Spartan for doing it. Thank you so much. But you have access to these cool emojis. And if you are a member, let's light it up, man, with the Viking emoji for the Black Viking being our guest tonight.
Hey.
Yeah, so just drop it in, burn it up. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, just right there. If you are on YouTube, click on it, drop them in there, have a little fun. We have all kinds of. Thank you, Hargeet. Appreciate that. So yeah, so a lot of fun with that. And like I said, if you oh my god,
look at Mash. Look at Mash. That
Thank you, Mash.
fella.
Wow, Merry Christmas! Everybody got one.
All right. Well, let's start reading the list here. So Mash gifts 10 WebDave memberships. Simple Jack, The Mechanic, Greg K, then Malcolm Lax 3, KJ 360, and KT the Goat, Squiggles 420, Jax 82, and then Malik. There's another one, Tembo. I think that's it. Yeah, I think those are all of them. Yeah,
Very cool.
I think that's it.
Very cool. So yeah, thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate that. Awesome. And he says, my pleasure. Well, and we truly do appreciate it. The generosity is amazing. And Merry Christmas to all. There you go. There we go.
Did you guys get to talk about this fun thing?
Which one? Oh, you have you got it where you can play it? I do actually have it. I think
I don't have the video.
All right, I do.
But I just found this specific piece.
Go ahead.
Just stunning. That Mark Cerny would actually come up with the team, I guess, came up with the name Flopflation and actually put it in a slide in an actual presentation, an official presentation from Sony. I just found that like remarkable. Like I was stunned. Like I can't believe that a company of that size actually did this to their own fan base. Like that is crazy.
Well, yeah, he called them out.
They did.
You know, not by name,
Yeah.
but like
yeah.
he 100% called them out for doing that.
Yeah. And
it's crazy, man.
And I mean, look, I know that D-Badge is a friend of yours, and I like D-Badge. I've tried to interview him, but he won't reply to me, so that's fine. But I mean, I'm nobody, so you know who am I? But I have tried to interview him, and that's cool. Maybe one of these days he'll jump on. I mean, he has nothing to fear from me. I'm a nice guy.
Dude, I put up such a harmless, like lighthearted tweet that was quote tweeting what he used to say, and he just went ballistic.
He got upset. He did. Yeah.
I was like, my God. Calm it down. It was just jokes, you know?
Yeah. I mean, D has a habit of like kind of like being very gung-ho and enthusiastic about new tech.
Yeah.
And
He's
sometimes
pretty
just gets you in
sensitive, too.
trouble. It is what it is, right? But he did take the L. Like he did say that, you know, I got that wrong. Fair enough. I don't know what's been happening. I'm not on social media. I'm not on social media, so I don't know what's been happening.
So he, you know, like I don't. To me, like, and I think everybody should probably go like stop looking at specs and just go side by side comparisons on stuff.
That's what I was trying to tell him on our podcast.
Right.
Like, dude, wait till it comes out. Like, we don't know. We don't know what it
Yeah.
really is. Let's wait till it comes out, and then we'll see what it does, right? Instead of assuming it's gonna beat a 4070 or so. Like, I'm like, no, you got to be kidding me, dude. Just slow down.
And his thing was like he takes an L for the 33.5 T flops, but now he's touting 67 T flops, and I'm like, brother, just go and play your games. You know, like just go play them. It's
yeah. I mean, I like the enthusiasm. I like the tech enthusiasm. That's always good, right? But you also have to just like realize that a lot of the stuff these guys do is marketing, you know, fluff. So you have to be
for sure.
Careful.
Yeah. Well, and I understand enthusiasm. Like I like watching the Fox. Like he's very enthusiastic about tech, but he's not going to scream at every individual on the internet that says that something is wrong with the specs or that's not correct. Like he's not going to just yell at everybody that you know trashes on his poor little PlayStation Pro. Like it's not going to happen. Like I understand enthusiastic is one, but being so defensive over technology.
I mean, it's not like he needs a PlayStation 5 Pro, right? Because he has a 4090. He's a very like he has a lot of high-end tech. He does a lot of this stuff, right? So it's like okay, but either way, it is what it is.
Daddy chill. Daddy chill.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man.
So funny.
Brian Harris, the TV. I just got it mounted last night, so right before I went to our podcast with Fonz. So nice. It's finally up and running, but I have not really had a chance to do any gaming on it at all. It does have the Xbox hooked up to it, so. But it is not my main gaming rig. It really just has the Xbox there because I have Xboxes on every TV. So it has the Xbox there mostly to watch videos, right? So watch Netflix and stuff like that. But every now and then we have gaming there. The TV does 144. Oh, wow. So it should be pretty good.
At 4K?
Yep, 4K 144.
Damn, that's nice, bro.
Yeah. So
pretty amazing. But yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, but so it finally got mounted. It took a while to get that thing up and running.
Did you get like another crew in to do it or?
Yeah, I had to hire some movers. So I don't know how much you know about this Black Viking. I bought like the Hisense 110 UX, which is a 110-inch TV, and it's about a 240 something pound TV, but it's 100 inches by 56 inches, right? So trying to get it upstairs, it was right above the garage, but to try to get it upstairs, 4 Best Buy guys came and they couldn't do it. So they said, hey, why don't you take your stair railings off and then we can maybe bring it up. I'm like, oh, okay. So I hired some movers, 2 guys. They took the whole thing with the box, made it 350 pounds, took the whole freaking thing, and they managed to do it. 2 guys. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Wow.
These guys are crazy. But they brought it upstairs, put it upstairs, and then the Best Buy guys came and mounted it up. So
well, so once you had it up, they actually came back and did what they were supposed to do, and that's good.
Yeah.
I thought they left you high and dry, and you're over here with cords and shit trying to plug it in.
I don't. There's no way I would have been able to pick up that whole thing myself and put it like that.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Did you do you do the calibration yourself, or you have people come out and do
out of the box does a pretty good job for movies. So so I've left that alone. I haven't done anything beyond that. So it barely got to do anything with it overnight because I went to the podcast. I have other family stuff to do. I was picking up my sister and brother-in-law. So I wanted to get all that stuff ready for them. So it was a lot of stuff. I was up to 4 or 5 in the morning, just wrapping up other, work. And then I kind of watched a few things and then went to sleep.
I don't know if you could do this, Hargeet, and I'm putting you on the spot by asking you, but at some point, I would love for you to maybe, I don't know, have the Xbox or just your, because you have an Xbox still, right? Or do you have to do the PC?
I have both. So As I said, I have an Xbox on every TV. So I have an Xbox Series X on every TV.
Good. All right. So bring up the just a basic UI. You know, the home screen. All right.
Yeah.
And then have your camera set to where it'll take like a picture. You crop it in or whatever to where it's just. But have you walk in front of your TV so we can get a perspective of how big your TV is compared to you and on the wall. I would love to see that. I just think it'd be neat. If you, I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to do that, obviously. TV. But that'd be kind of cool to see, wouldn't it? You know, when you got or Dr. Jones on your TV screen and you're standing right next to him going, holy shit, I'm as big as Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones. Oh, Jesus, that's great. Yeah, 110 is huge. I mean, I have a 75-inch TV and it's takes up half the wall. That's like almost two my TVs. Or actually, no, 4. If you put them out, to make a square. Crazy. But that's awesome though, man. That's if I could. I told my wife what you were getting at, and she just looked at me and she goes, all she said was this. She looked right at me and she goes, no. like I was asking her, but Hargeet has one. Yeah, right. Yeah, pretty funny. I love my wife. Thank God she loves me. But anyway, but that was her only.
These upload. I just sent you a bunch of pictures in Discord.
Oh, cool. Okay, all right, cool.
Let's see. It looks like I only sent one of them. I have to do one at a time. It looks like upload a file.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh yeah, that's okay. Wow.
I can do the with the box.
What's in the box?
So that's just the box.
Oh yeah, let's. Well, actually, I think I can show them both.
I mean, you can kind of gauge based on a normal door, like how big it is, right? Like.
Oh yeah.
And
share screen.
We have like.
And share.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
That's a massive Xbox. Hargeet has the largest Xbox known to man, everybody.
There you go, right? The Xbox is right below it. So, but let's see if I can get you one.
Good God.
One of the brighter ones. That way you can see a size differential. Plus upload. And here we go. All right, and then you can kind of see the Series X there.
Bruh, that entertainment stand looks crazy next.
Yeah, I was trying to replace that as well, but like I bought one from Amazon, and the top and bottom wood pieces were cracked. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me! So
man,
so I had to I have to return that. But
that's
you can see the little styrofoam piece in the bottom of that. That's from that box. That's has the broken pieces in it. Yeah, that piece, right?
Yeah.
The little styrofoam from the entertainment center was supposed to be. But
the way your sconces are on the wall, I mean, those are wired in, right? So like you really couldn't put anything much bigger than that, could you?
Nope.
Unless you rewired it.
The normal sconces in that room are about twice as big, so these had to replace the ones that were there.
Oh, that boy had to move some stuff around to get that TV in there. Goodness.
It looks fantastic. Dude.
That's dedication,
pretty large. Yeah, it's pretty large.
It's good to know. But, right
normally
what your throne.
Yeah, right.
Take care of business.
This room is an entertainment room. It's 42 by 28.
Nice.
No columns, just one big ass room, and it has like a kitchenette and the little bathroom. So the bathroom, and then a little bit over from there, if you go to the left, is a little kitchenette. So yeah, this is kind of where we hang out and just get food. We got a little microwave on the side there, and normal entertainment stuff. We just do that here. We have actually a dining table in the back.
So are those like some Bose speakers built into the wall there?
Yep. So the sub on the top there above the bathroom door, that is not a Bose, but the square rectangular speakers, those are Bose, and then there's the ones in the ceilings and then the surround, so the 7 speakers and then the 4 Atmos speakers. So yeah,
That's awesome, dude. Thank you for sharing that, man. That's cool. I was thinking of a future episode. We got it on tonight.
The thing, man. That's
cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, yeah. God bless you, dude. That's awesome.
Pretty big.
Yeah. Why so serious? Is that a $10,000 TV? No.
No, it's a $20,000 TV on sale for the great price of $15,000.
There you go.
And what I used to have is the projector, which would basically go. We took the sconce off on the left side, and so it would basically be the entire thing there. So it was from kind of where the controls are on the right there, you know, under that sconce, all the way over to the full, you know, basically that full wall
right there
was our picture, which was 140 inches.
Wow.
So we kind of had a 140-inch screen before with the projector, but the problem is like this room, except for this wall, every wall is full of windows, so it gets very bright. So it's very hard to watch during the day. And it was always just a question of when does the TV get cheap enough at a high enough size that it's worth it to replace the projector. So there it is.
Well, I bet that puts out a lot of nits too, though, right? I mean, it's
10,000 nits,
Goodness,
40,000 dimming zones. Yeah, it's an insane TV.
So somebody asked if it was an OLED.
Nope, it's a LED, mini, not micro, but mini LED, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the newest thing, right?
Mini LED.
Yeah.
So, but 40,000 dimming zones with
get blackout curtains.
10,000 nits. Yeah. So on the right side, we have an arched window. So yeah, we're not getting blackout curtains. And the arch is probably it's bigger than that TV. So there's one big ass arch window, right? There's just that's not happening.
Yeah. Well, still, I mean, it's you know, it's still good. But even with that, you could probably, with the nits being so high, you probably could.
Oh, it doesn't matter now, right? The nits are so high. You know, like most TVs are in the under 1,000 nits, and some TVs do very bright, and they're like 2,000 nits and 3,000 nits.
Yeah,
this is 10,000 nits.
Yeah.
By far one of the brightest TVs. I don't think there is anything that is bright.
Is it 8K? Somebody's asking if it's 8K.
No, this one is 4. It's 4K. And I don't know that like 8K is useful. You'd have to be so close. So we sit 15 feet away. So at 15 feet away, it's just perfect as far as like the viewing distance to size. So it's just perfect. And then you don't need it. Like 8K, you would just not see it. You would just not see it.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome, dude. And shout out to you, man. For there's nothing wrong with splurging on yourself a little bit when you can. And seriously, that's I mean, look, I'll just throw this out there. Hargeet does an amazing amount of goodwill for all the community and a lot of things that he's done.
Sure does.
And he doesn't talk about or mention that I look quite. I'm quite proud to say that he's my friend because he's a wonderful man. And not to embarrass him or anything like that, but he's in fact, even last week when we were doing our big giveaways and stuff, he threw in 3 big games on the giveaway, and they were world codes, so they're even more expensive. So I mean, that's so they were but you could use them anywhere. So that was worldwide codes. So thank you for that, by the way, Hargeet. I appreciate you doing that. But that's the point. His generosity knows no bounds. So we'll just say that. So Hargeet, good on you, man. That's awesome. And with that said, let's see. I do have this. Let me bring this screen up over here. Wait a minute. I gotta minimize it first before I can share it. What the? Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna have to stop sharing this one and then share the other because it's a different screen altogether. That's why. All right. So. I was like, throw me off. So why can't I just jump screens? Oh, I'm not in a browser anymore. I'm on a different thing altogether. All right, so share screen. And let's go to this. So, yeah.
There you go.
These are out in the wild. And I believe somebody said this is Japanese.
Japan. Yeah, it's Japan.
Yeah. So, and we've heard some people say that they know people that have these type of boxes are actually going to be coming out. Marketing type boxes will be coming to the U.S. marketing after the holidays, but because of the way certain things fall into place, and Microsoft, no matter what, still wants to make sure they're doing the right thing. By the quote unquote CMA and all those other different entities that they needed to appease to get things going.
God, I hope that FTC case is dropped on January 20th.
I believe it will.
Over with.
I believe it will be. We already know that they're
get it done.
They're looking for, I guess, the next person to, or I think he's maybe.
No, they already nominated. It's already nominated. The person that was nominated is already in the FTC, so there's no approval needed. So they're already vetted. So it's just really you are another person, and that's it. So day one, it'll switch over.
Perfect.
And she's gone. Lena Khan is gone. So
yeah, you mean
they have to replace him as a new person. So they will find somebody else to replace that.
Who's gone?
Because he'll become
who's leaving?
Gone. Yes, gone.
Got to do it twice, just like the movie. Sorry. Anyway, so she's gone, and that means acquisition season is back on. Hargeet, what do you think?
Well, I think they can finally breathe. Like if he comes in and says we're done with this stupid case, they can breathe, a sigh of relief to just get done with ABK, and it's over, right? At least like there's no more stupid pending oddity or whatever. But they already bought them, and now it's a question of, are you going to make us like sell it off? Like what? Like who's going to buy them anyway? So hopefully that case just goes away, and then we'll go from there to see what they do after that. But I think once that's done, then we'll see if they can pull off the next acquisition. This is why I wanted Katakawa to happen. It was like, cool, they get to do something cool. Now it's our turn. But no.
Yeah, for real.
They get 10%.
So I'm wondering if in these bundles, if it's like a 3-month subscription to Game Pass that then they're advertising this on it, or they actually throw in the copy of the game.
There's probably a copy of the game or a digital code.
Right?
Yeah, a digital code of the game probably.
That'd be cool, and hopefully at least a month subscription to Game Pass too. You know what I mean?
I think that always happens, right? They give you like 14 days or something like that with every console you buy. They just give you a freebie code.
I think they need to bump it up more. 3 months, get them hooked so they,
Yeah, especially when you talked about that guy from UK, right? He got a 2-year Game Pass included, and he was amazed. It's just like, I can just download this one. Oh, I'm just going to download that. Oh, wow, that's here too. I'm going to download that. Right? So yes, exactly.
Right? Yeah. Yep. I think it's amazing. Yep. Black Mike, anything else you got on it? You think it's a pretty good deal, right?
No, that's a fantastic deal. And then I saw like Zubitech share a PlayStation version, which was they spelled PlayStation wrong on it. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. But he got it taken down or whatever. And then other people are sharing like on the Costco Japanese website, anybody can sell anything, right? So there's another version of that picture of the PlayStation one, but it's literally the same size box as the Xbox Series X box. Because, the PlayStation box is quite different, right? And it's still misspelled with PlayStation. So what's probably happening on the Costco site is they're selling you a PlayStation 5 base and then selling you the game on top of that. But it's not packaged like this at all.
Yeah.
This is the only one I've seen in the wild that's like this.
That's cool.
But I just hate it when people, and then like they don't correct themselves like on the post, they'll just delete the post. But you've already fooled 20,000 people. You know what I mean? Like, stating that, like, just don't delete the post, just put a correction underneath. You know what I mean?
I got to share this real quick. I'm sorry, from FarQ. I don't know how he gets this. This does have some music on it, so if it does, I may have to mute this later after this episode drops. But it's really short. It's only 7 seconds long. I'm gonna go ahead and share it. The tab. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
So that's these are all digital faceovers. That's Dirt Griggity. There's Sean and Ray. And we'll go ahead and play this. Here we go.
That really look like Sean.
Doesn't it?
We gon' clap back. We gon' clap back. We gon' clap back. We gon' clap back. We gon' clap back.
Oh my God, Ray back there sitting on a stool. That's hilarious, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Oh goodness. Oh, all right. So yeah. Sorry, I just had to. Spark you're a genius. That's all I'm saying. That's as Dirt would say. That's amazing. In his best Reggie voice. Somebody said that's too tall for Ray.
He was on stilts, man. It's all good.
Oh goodness. Did we get the King Web super chat about the Sega subscription?
I don't think so.
No.
Let's mention that real quick.
All right. So King Web, $2. Talk about Sega subscription service happening. There is?
I hadn't heard that officially.
Not officially. There's been rumors of it though. I've kind of called that ever since they like if it does happen, it makes a lot of sense for them to, because they have so much content, and especially with them going back catalog and remaking all those other games, Crazy Taxi and stuff like that. It kind of makes sense for them to do that, especially if it's Sega Atlas games. That's a lot of content. But I've also said with that, if it does happen, you can bet your ass it'll be just like EA within Game Pass subscription.
Yep.
And you'll be able to have it there too, or get it for an extremely cheap, cheaper rate than others, because their partnership has just grown and grown. So I don't see that stopping anytime soon.
I agree 100%. And why not, man? Why not put it? Why not add it to let them do their thing and then bring it into Game Pass too? That's a win-win for everybody involved.
It'd be amazing, man. It would be amazing. Yeah, you probably wouldn't get, like, you probably have to pay a little extra for the day one titles, like with Ubisoft, but like having all the Yakuza games and Persona games and all their past games, man, would be freaking dope, dude.
Yep. Agreed 100%. So thank you, King Web, for that super chat. I looked up, I was like, oh, I don't make sure I didn't miss that one. So because sometimes we get a little crazy, we get a little talking, a little off, kind of like what we are right now, rambling. I'm just kidding. All right. So there's basically twofold in this. There is a conference which is happening in a couple of weeks, which I'll pull up the clip for that here in a second. But then it's official that Jason Ronald is now been named the VP of Next Generation over at Microsoft, and well deserved. The man is amazing. He's put out some great product, and I don't think he's done. I think he's got some really good things in the works.
Yeah,
and supposedly he's working closely with the oh my God, what's it called? The Microsoft tablet.
The Surface.
Yeah, the Surface team. Drew a blank, guys. Sorry, that he's working with the Surface team as well. So, what do you guys think about this, Black Viking? What do you think, man?
So I talked to him a little bit about this, because I was like, first of all, I congratulate him on the new title or whatever. But he says he's had the title for a while. And shout out to Jason Ronald, man. Like, not only just like, what he does for Xbox, but just as a human being. I met him at PAX West. He's helped us, like I mentioned earlier, pushed us over the hump for the $6,000 goal we had, like personally. So dope to him. But he did share with me, because I told him, I was like, can't wait to see what's popping off at with this conference or whatever. I have my own take on what I think we might see, but he said he's like super excited to show what they've been working on for a long time. So that's not verbatim what he said, but pretty much the gist is, we will see in the upcoming months and years what they've been working on. He's super pumped to show it. So, but as for the conference, this is what I think. This is crazy to have him there just to talk about Windows or whatever, right? And then have Valve there as well. I honestly believe, and I don't have any sources for this, so don't write no articles. I don't have any sources for this, but I honestly believe that this will be a Game Pass integration into Steam, meaning that if you have Game Pass, right, it'll be integrated within Steam, so you can just play the game straight from Steam, opposed to going to the PC launcher. That's what I think it'll be, right? I think that'd be pretty dope, because some people are just so reluctant on, because all they care about is having that Game Pass, the Game Pass subscription, right? Probably don't really too much care which launcher you use for it, but I'll be excited to see something like that if it does happen.
So when you said that, I brought up an article too. I don't know if you can see the screen there.
Okay.
A rumor.
Yep.
Of the Xbox operating system opens the door for Steam.
Okay.
And this is a mock-up.
Right.
So
that's a lot of stuff that we've been hearing about, right? We've been hearing about them wanting to open up the platform, to Epic Games and Steam and stuff like that. Like, as long as you buy their box and you're within their ecosystem as well, they probably don't really care where you buy the game. So and I think like tit for tat, right? Like Xbox Game Pass integration into Steam would also be a super win for consumers, in my opinion.
Agreed.
And a lot of people say, like, well, Steam will lose money on those sales of like Indiana Jones or whatever. Yeah, but like, they have like one of the best family sharing programs. I don't think they care that much. Like, I can have 5 of my friends with me. Like, I already have like 3, but like, my catalog went from like 500 games to like 3,000 games, adding 3 friends. Now, you can't play all those games at the same time, right? Unless you own multiple copies, but they have the most robust family plan out there. So I don't think they're too concerned, especially with the recent analytics that came out showing that only 15% of gamers bought new games in 2024. So don't think they much care. I think it'll be, and it keeps you on their platform. So yeah.
Right. Yep. Hargee, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, without getting into rumor mill stuff that I might know in the background, I think like you have some good thoughts on that. I think that's kind of a direction they've been kind of hinting at anyway. So I'd kind of see something along those lines. I mean, it could be something smaller, but why not, right? Why not have something where they're announcing something with Steam? You have the potential here with Steam OS being utilized on the Lenovo Legion Go, right? So could they integrate in a Game Pass thing? That would be awesome. Like, that's great. I'm hoping it goes the other way as well, right? So that it's not just Game Pass going to Steam, but Steam coming to Game Pass, or Steam coming to Xbox in some fashion as well. That would be fantastic, right? They've been talking about Epic and itch.io, but Steam is probably the bigger store if they can get that one. So again, what will happen, we don't know, right? But him attending as a key person there at CES, it probably is more than just a, hey, I'm just here to see what's going on type of thing. I assume they're actually going to tell us some of the things that are going on, but there's a lot of stuff that is happening, which will start to make a lot more sense when you think about this is an Xbox, but unfortunately it's stuff we're not really supposed to talk about.
right. Yeah. And look, that was not my intention, was to like pin you down. You know that. Yeah. We hadn't talked about this before the show because you weren't here. So yeah. So we'll just leave that at that. And it's still, no matter what, rumors and speculations. It's all rumors.
It's just rumors.
Yeah. 100%.
All of this, take all of it with a grain of salt. We don't know anything specific. So
mine is just wishful thinking, to be honest.
Yep.
So
yeah,
this is what I hope
happens. What?
Don't know what's gonna happen.
Let's mention our membership gift there, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for it to actually scroll through and give me the person who got it. I'm updating on the page where it came in. There we go.
Tell you who got
Emperor Sofa King got the gifted membership from Soil Tech.
Thank you so much, sir. Greatly
You hung
appreciate
out
you doing that.
at June Showcase time frame that we were hanging out with Soltech. he
That's
gave his +1 to Asante, if I remember right. So
That's awesome. That is awesome. And so now, God Emperor Sofa King, a great member of the community, you can now enjoy and add all your amazing emojis like we just did. So yeah, there we go. All those amazing, including Viking.
there
Yes,
is
sir.
a picture, Primo Drake, of me with Jason, and our beards are pretty much the same size. So
Nice.
yeah,
That is very nice. Very nice.
we do
Yeah.
actually have that.
Oh man!
What
Look at this guy.
It's
Black
the-
Viking, you're
Can
amazing.
I read it?
Of course.
Go for it.
So it looks like the Longhouse Gaming Podcast gifted 5 WebDave motherfucking memberships. It's all good, baby. We got Mr. Xbox, Tequila Trance, Toolman 55, Doggy Dog 420, King Web, and Hit in effing Blunts. I guess that's what it says. Probably. And Donnie Leap. Yo. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Longhouse Gaming Podcast. Just kidding. Pat on the back, all that. Ha ha.
You know, Viking. You know what that calls for, right? I think you're gonna need to get
the horn.
The horn.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Let's do it. Here we go.
Here we go, baby. For the 5 gifted.
Yeah.
Skull.
Nice.
Skull, baby.
Nice.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you doing that. That was very nice of you.
Look at that. We got a train going on, baby.
Wow.
The good
we got
kind.
more. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we got another one.
I'm sorry. I kept hitting the button. I apologize.
Gifted 5 WebDave memberships. Let me get that one now. We got Bob Hill, Inferno Dragon, Starfield guy. Nice. And Mach 666. And then a Stig Red Terror Beck. Enjoy those memberships.
Oh, dang. What's the name said he just wants to hear the horn. Again, that's something we do on our show. If it's over $20 worth of like super chats or memberships, then the horn comes out. And I'm gonna do it here for WebDave too, if you don't mind, WebDave.
You have the floor, sir.
All right, here we go. It's a raid, baby. It's a raid. It's a good raid.
It is. Thank you so much. Thank you for your generosity, and thank you to everybody else for their generosity. Spartan, Showtime Rizzy, which I believe is the Rizzy, but yeah, it's awesome, man. Thank you so much for your generosity. It really does mean a lot. And I was telling Viking, and we were actually kind of talked about a little bit about the beginning of the show before Hargeet got here. About the wonderful thing that you were able to do, and even like you said, friends like Jason that helped you out, put you over your goal. You raised over $6,000 on your channel this year, and you're donating it to the Boys and Girls Club in your area.
Yes. Yeah. So
Congratulations.
like, bought a whole bunch of stuff. Like a lot of it's behind me, but like Xboxes, PlayStations, Portals, Quest, you name it, man. We got it.
That is so awesome, and he put that up, and I was telling you before the show, and I'll just go ahead and just share that here too. His generosity on doing that inspired this channel to do something here locally at a and I'll make it short. But so basically, one of the nurses that I work with at the hospital, she I noticed her one day going around and how the cans for the different rooms, people when we clear out of the next emergency room, because we have like 28 of them or something. It's pretty crazy. It's a trauma center as well. And so she'd be picking out like cans and saving them. And I was thinking, I said, do you need some money? Your heart, what's going on? And then she laughed and she told me that what she does is she would take all the cans that she collects throughout the year. She crushes them and then she turns them in, takes that money and buys toys and donates it to the Boys and Girls Club. Not Boys and Girls Club. Excuse me, Toys for Tots. It's in my head, man. Sorry. But yeah, Toys for Tots here locally in the Owensboro, Kentucky area, and I thought that was fantastic. And so what we did was we actually this podcast we actually donated $550 of our earnings this year to her to buy more toys, and she was so excited and everything. And she was like, "Oh yeah," I was like, I told her, I said, we're not doing this. This isn't like us doing it. This is supporting you and what you do." And told her that just buy more toys, get more kids, able to get, something for Christmas this year, because it's going to be tough still on a lot of people. And she was very appreciative of that. And I told her, we didn't want any recognition. That's not what it's about. It's about, giving back. And it makes you feel good to do that. We all know that. All of us out here know that. And but she, every time I go in, and she still does it too. She'll bring me over her phone. She'll show me like, and this is all the footballs I got to buy, and this is all the soccer balls I got to buy, and this is basketballs that we got to buy, and all the stuff that she that she's bought for the community, and dolls and toys and Matchbox cars and like that. The money. She just likes showing me where the money is going and stuff. And it's like, you don't have to do that, but I appreciate it because it kind of makes you feel good knowing that all that she's getting. And she turned in a ton. Plus, she a bunch of money on her own from doing the cans and stuff. She made several $100s just doing the can thing, So that was just made it a bigger year for her. And then we're going to probably end up doing that again next year as well. So anyway, just wanted to share that out. That's not a pat on the back or anything. That's just kind of a, it's the holidays, man, and you give what you give, and it's about the giving and not receiving. So anyway, that's enough said about that. I'm gonna get off the soapbox. I know, but yeah. So with that, we're gonna let's kind of, because still talking about the same subject, I guess, as it were, the show that's coming up. There's apparently which supposedly some new information, I guess, about a newer, updated coming out.
Lenovo Go, or Legion Go, yeah.
And that looks it's pretty exciting. So I guess this one will or won't have detachables. I'm not sure.
I think this is the Hargeet. What are they calling this one? The Mini or something like that, or what are
Legion
they calling
Go S, something like that. I think it's just Legion Go S.
Okay,
for Steam.
Yeah, just a smaller version. Yeah,
I think it's just Steam. That's it. I think it's just
it's just Steam. Okay.
Yeah, it's just Steam OS instead of Windows.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And but there is also the Legion Go 2 that's in the works as well, I believe. That we've heard talk of. So yeah.
I think all those manufacturers, you got a lot of CCP devices out there too. But the big ones are Steam Deck, Lenovo, and Asus. And they're all making, and I think MSI, I don't think that one did too good though, the Claw, because it uses Intel. But I have a ROG Ally. I think like whenever the next Legion 2 comes out, I might give it a go. If the Steam Deck, if this one, the S, comes out with Xbox integration within the Steam OS, I might pick this up as well.
Hargeet, what are your thoughts on handhelds?
My headache with that is, like, I bought the ROG Ally. I have the Switch, but I play the Switch all docked. The ROG Ally, I take it with me and I never use it.
Oh, dang.
But I mean, but if you needed it and it's portable, you have it, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I ultimately, like, when I'm going somewhere, I'm doing stuff there, and it's not usually to play games. So unless I have a specific need, it just seems like it's kind of useless to me. So I don't have a real need for it.
Yeah, in my case, I was able to play a lot more games with the ROG Ally. Now, of course, I'm not trying to play like Hellblade or anything like that on the ROG Ally, but there's a lot of indie games I was able to play on there, man. Like Tales of Zal ran great on there, playing some Nine Souls, Plunky Squire. I mean, like all the small indie games. Like, and I played Fading Afternoon a lot on my ROG Ally. I was able to game a lot more just due to being accessible, like me just laying in bed playing it. Balatro, holy crap, do I have a lot of hours in that game with my handheld. Is there something like really cool about just like sitting on the couch while people are watching TV and just using your handheld or having it on the go, taking it to work, using it during your lunch break? It's a really, really good need. For me, for my use case, it was dope.
Very cool. Very cool.
All
So
right,
yeah,
looks like
and
P-Lump renewed.
P-Lump, yeah, he became a channel member. Oh,
What up,
thanks,
Lump?
P-Lump, now you can burn up those emojis.
Yeah.
So like the there's that one. There's
Do you
7.
dabble WebDave in the
What now?
in the handheld space?
Do I? Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I had the all right. So I still got my Steam Deck, and I had the I did buy the G when it came out, and then I ended up selling it a little later because it didn't do everything I wanted it to do. So I ended up getting rid of it, and then yeah. So I and then I had the Rogue Ally, the first one, for a while.
Okay.
And ended up selling it. I'm like, I sold it on eBay for as much as I paid for it.
Oh wow!
I know. I was like, what? Okay, cool. But anyway, whatever. The guy, he was all excited, including shipping was on top of that too. So I was like, okay, so,
all right.
Yep, whatever. That's cool. But what he wanted, and I guess it was easier for him to get it that way. I think he used like PayPal payment plan or something like that. Whatever.
Yeah.
So it worked out better for him. So that was cool. As long as he can get it, I guess.
Yeah.
But anybody can get it, right, Dirt? But anyway, so yeah, oh goodness. But yeah, so I am so waiting. Like my son, he had the Steam Deck, still has it, and got the new version of the Steam Deck with the OLED screen and everything. Loves it, everything. And I've got the OLED Switch. So we have like 4 switches in our house here.
Yeah, same here.
Me, my wife, and everything. So it's my daughter. So yeah, but it's I don't know. I just I'm cool with the original, and I've got it, and I enjoy it, and it's I use it occasionally. But like you said, Hargeet, I actually dock that. I've actually I did a stream once because I was able to hook a camera up to it, and and I was able to use and do a StreamYard stream using a Steam Deck. Exactly, because I used the dock and a keyboard, and I was able to add a camera to it, and I was on vacation, and I did it. This has been a while now, but yeah, actually, I was like, yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I just started docking my ROG Ally last month because I wanted to start playing some League of Legends in bed.
Yeah,
don't judge me. So yeah, I got the wireless keyboard and mouse, and yeah, I'm playing a lot of Riot games on the TV now due to docking the ROG Ally. So
there you go. It's awesome that you can do that, man. I think it's great. And Hargeet, you got to read this one out loud.
WebDave sold his handheld to his wife for $500. Thanks.
Too funny. It's not a dream cap guy here. Sorry, but I thought that was a funny comment. Good for you, Drake. That's pretty funny. Oh my goodness.
Well, we have another super chat. Matt 22 TH 54 $2. I play Starfield on my ROG. Yeah,
nice, very nice. Yeah, very cool. And I even though I have a couple of the Xboxes, but in this particular room, I decided instead of buying another Xbox and really want to clutter up, I've got I went ahead and bought a one of the newest versions. Where's what camera am I on? There we go. Of the
Fire Stick, right?
Fire Stick, yeah. The newest Fire Stick, and then I another controller just so I could just dedicate it to it, paired it up with it. And the cool thing about it is I also spent an extra like $15 or whatever, and I have it plugged directly into the landline because you can, as an adapter, you can get to those Fire Sticks where you don't have to. It's not even, you don't have to use Wi-Fi on it. So like, there's no real lag. There's no drop, or not have to worry about, that really helps with we need latency issues if you're able to plug it in directly to the landline. So that's what I did. Works great. And in fact, about an hour before the show started, I was sitting here, I was playing Indiana Jones.
Very
I love it. Pull right up from my save and everything, and there I was, just playing away just like normal. Pretty cool. Even a friend of mine at work, he's was a Sony pony, but he's really big on this Indiana Jones game, and so I told him about it, and ended up for Christmas I bought him a stick, and on a Black Friday sale I got him the stick and a
the pink controller.
And I went ahead and gave it to him along with a subscription to Game Pass, and said, "Here, go ahead and enjoy that." And of course now he's all like, "This is great." I was like, "Huh,
that's awesome, dude."
Imagine, yeah. He was real surprised.
Yeah,
but yeah. So like I said, man, sometimes it's good to give and bring somebody to
There's
the dark
gaming
side.
on PlayStation. What?
I know, right? He was like, he's like, yeah, but isn't that coming to PlayStation? I said, yeah, but it's not coming till spring, probably into spring or middle of next year. And he's like, "Oh, I want to play it now." I said, well, there you go. Now you can.
You can also just buy a console if you want. I mean,
Well, this was like $80 compared to
no. I mean,
$300 for him. Oh no, he wasn't going to spend any money on it at all. I knew I had to bring him to the dark side the hard way. That's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
And he's already talking about. He's excited because now he gets to play
leave
Starfield.
the dark side.
Oh yes, that's what I meant. What? Oh my goodness. Let's see here. What is let's see what Primo Drake says there, Hargeet.
Nice. Yeah, my niece is hardcore into Game Pass, and once she found out that she can play on a Fire Stick, she keeps a Fire Stick and a controller in her backpack. There you go.
There you go. Because I could take it with me on, like, if I go on vacation or whatever, or the hotel or whatever, and just plug it right in, ready to go.
Legendary Yobi at WebDave got mine's plugged directly into my TV. TV is corded to the router. Flawless gameplay. Love it.
There you go.
The dark side. He'll see the light soon, WebDave.
Of course.
So funny.
The dark side.
Exactly. Oh man, good show tonight, guys. Let's see. Well, I think was there anything? Oh yeah, there. Totally off topic, and I'm not really a big sports guy, but I wanted to bring this up because I thought this was kind of cool. I don't know if any of you saw this. This happened a little earlier from the Golf Channel. Tiger Woods playing a round of golf with his son in a tournament. They both had the same outfit on, which is kind of cool. But yeah, watch what happens here. We'll give it it's only a 40-second clip, but this is kind of cool.
Really good contact. This is a great looking shot if it's the right number.
Oh, it is the right
number. No way.
Wow.
Someone has made an ace at the fourth.
No way, dude.
And guess what? His father was actually not watching. He had to take a break for a second, comes back out. Here's the roar of the crowd. And Charlie Woods has made an ace here at the PSC Championship.
Pretty damn cool, isn't it?
That's nuts, dude. Crazy, man.
Like I said, I don't even play golf, but I just thought that was badass. Like father like son.
There you got Tiger and his son playing. You got LeBron and his son playing. Yep. It's crazy. It's a crazy time, man. It's dope.
I like it. He is the chosen one.
Yes.
I love it. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. I just thought that was a cool little clip. So yeah, kudos to him, man. And hopefully he'll because Tiger Woods is a legend. All right, Kigwe, we did actually talk about this earlier, but we're gonna bring it back and touch base on it again for you because I know you're dying. You maybe have come in a little late. That's okay. That's cool. But because it is so Katakawa, and it is a thumbnail. Hargeet, we'll touch on this again real quick. But all right. So Sony is they don't have great track record right now. We went over a lot of the movies and failures and things that they had with that, and a lot of other things. The stock market price is kind of low. I got a lot of grief from putting out the comparison between the stock prices. And of course, somebody's like, "Oh, they split." Blah 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 blah. Yeah, well, Microsoft is split too, and still making a lot of money. But yeah, there you go. But it's a $3 trillion company, and yes, they can, whatever. But with that said, Sony has to kind of watch what they. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. They have to watch what they spend. They do. They can't just dump all their money out. They can't just go crazy with it. And that's just kind of how it is. So Hargeet, I'm going to go to you first, and we'll go to Black Viking. We'll kind of wrap this up. But give your overall thoughts on why the Katakawa deal didn't go through. I'm probably saying it wrong. And and is the 10% share, is that a big deal or not?
So why didn't it go through? Well, there's so many potential reasons it couldn't have gone through. Like, they've been talking for 2 years, right? It's been a sort of interest from Sony, but also an interest from Katakawa. But Sony only wanted to buy parts of it, and they're like, nope, you need to buy the whole thing. And then is it Kakao? I think was the company from Korea that wanted to buy, put in a hustle bid to try to buy Katakawa, and they said, oh, we don't really want to entertain this, but they can't really not entertain it. So they went to Sony, I guess, and said, hey, do you want to buy us? And oh, okay. And then leaked the fact that they wanted to buy them, which put them on the market, right? I don't know if other people came in with bids. There were rumors about Microsoft being interested in parts or a whole thing or whatever. Others may have tried to do something as well. Ultimately, they wanted to block Kakao. I think that was really what they were looking to do, and I think this 10% thing does that. So that's probably what the ultimate thing is from Katakawa's perspective. But from Sony's perspective, they've put together some sort of deal to allow them to have access to some of the IP, right? So I think this is good in that, and it's really just transmedia. I don't think this is about them saying, I'm going to take, Spike Chunsoft's games and make them exclusive, or, the next Elden Ring is. I don't think they care about any of that. I think they want access to the IP to make it into an anime or a TV or a movie or something like that, right? I think that's what they're going to do: is TV show, movies, anime stuff. That's where they're looking to go. They also have a lot of manga, if I remember right. So that might be another thing they're going to look at, right, to take advantage of that capability, to take that and transmedia that over. So I think that's really what this deal is about. But I don't know, it to me was disappointing. I wanted them to have the whole thing, and that way we could say, hey, Sony bought that. Well, it's Microsoft's turn. But that didn't happen. Sony doesn't really have the cash that way. I don't know if there would have been a regulatory nightmare for them as well, just because they already own anime. They already have Crunchyroll on top of that. And it's like, okay, now you're buying this, and that's a lot of market share for anime. Again, it comes down to how constrained of a market they they would look at. In general, you would say, hey, it's just video content. It doesn't matter, right? So who cares if it's this specific genre of video content, right? So they would usually just leave it open. But I never expected cloud. I didn't think that would be the thing that would be the big deal with the ABK deal, right? But it was. It turned out to be the big deal on all three. EU came in and said, you got to go to these providers. And then we're going to say yes. That was behind the scenes, right? CMA just outright said no, because you're going to be a cloud monopoly. And they're like, oh, okay, let's restructure this and work with you, right? And FTC's just got to stick up their ass. So so just leave them out of it. But I had no, who would have thought cloud would be the thing? Like, cloud? Really, cloud? But that's what they said. Hey, we're going to constrain it to this. And that access method is the one that we're going to say no. It's like, okay. So I don't know what they're going to do. The regulatory environment is so weird nowadays. So I think the Disney Fox merger left a bad taste in the regulatory environment. And so I think they will definitely scrutinize anything where it's like a big merger of video content. So it could have just been something like, maybe this is just too much of a thing for us to do. It's probably not going to go through. Let's just get some deal together. That could be one path. It could be also they just don't have the money, right? Because there was also some rumors about them having to go finance this, and it's like, well, okay, you're not just buying it with cash. So apparently not. So okay, so that means you have to go finance this, and then maybe that's a problem right now. And they're like, how do we get the financing? Is it really going to work out? Is it worth it? Right? Is it worth the risk to take that financing on? Especially since the environment they're in, they keep losing money on these big bets. So it's like, well, okay, well, maybe we shouldn't do that. This is a smaller hit, right? And it's probably more manageable, $300-ish million. That's kind of where it is. So no big change that I see. There's probably better alignment on potentially access methods for the stuff that Katakawa has. Maybe there's something going back and forth as well. I would think it's more in the favor of Sony that they would get more access to stuff and then leverage their publishing methodologies to take advantage of the IP that's available from Katakawa. I think that's really all this is. I don't know that anything major will change beyond that. So that's kind of how I see it, unless they come out and tell us otherwise. So that's kind of what my high level thoughts are so far.
Yeah, no, that's good, and I appreciate you. Yeah, you're running through that, because that's it's pretty interesting, and like you said, it could be a lot of different reasons as to why it is the way it is. And if you don't mind, read that from Primo Dre, because I thought that was kind of interesting too. He said,
"Yep, Hoklod nailed it when he said he was more concerned about Sony going bankrupt." And yeah, he's right. I mean, the thing is, when you try to go against somebody like Hogue, you have to understand his job is mergers. That's what he does. He's merger law, right? So he probably has a good idea of what's actually happening. And so you probably should defer to him when he says those kind of things. Usually he's right. Like, so he nailed it. He did. That's exactly what ended up happening.
Yeah. Viking, let's get your thoughts on this, and I'm going to grab a guitar to show Spartan real quick while I'm
I agree with Hargeet. I don't think Sony had the money to do it. They had to have like 13 billion cash in hand. Katakawa is worth upwards of $3 billion. That's a lot of money to take, and then plus having regulatory issues with that, because like if they own Katakawa, right, Sony would essentially own 60% of the anime ecosystem, right, which regulators would not like that at all, right? So I think the 10% thing is a smart move for Sony, having a majority stakeholder. I think they're going by way of Tencent, like I said earlier. And I think that's what they'll continue to do. I think gone are the days that Sony will try and make large acquisitions in the billions of dollars, unless it was something like not anime related. It feels like supply chain stuff, then or cloud-based infrastructure or something like that. You could probably see something being gobbled up by Sony, since they have a lacking presence. But as far as like strengthening their base in gaming or DVD players or TV or entertainment, I don't see it going anywhere. I don't see them acquiring big companies, and that they'll just more than likely do 10% here, 5% here, XYZ. So, but Hargeet hit everything on the head, in my opinion. You're muted, buddy. Sorry.
Thank you. I appreciate your reaction on that, because I like that. but yeah, so part want to know about the guitar. So yeah, I have a Jackson guitar here. As well. And before you ask, I'll tell you, I don't play guitar. I don't play bass. I play drums, which I have a really nice big set. Off camera, you can't see it. And then I have a bass guitar sitting over here as well, and just another Jackson, it's a black one. And then I do have, this is a replica. I'll just tell you that right now. It's kind of my pride and joy. It is the replica of a Washburn Ace Frehley edition guitar that I got, and this is just to hang up on my wall, because I can't help it, man. It's just one of those things. I've been a fan of Aces, and the original Washburn series that came out with his name on it. He has one of a couple of thousand that were produced, and that's it. That's all there are, and they go for $20,000 for the actual guitar. This was nothing like that at all. This was a couple $100 replica, but it looks really good. They really did a good job.
That looks great.
Because like I said, I grew up Kiss because I was, I'm old. Yes, I saw Kiss. They actually played in Owensboro, Kentucky, on their first headlining tour, and our city of Owensboro, in their wisdom, I'm just telling you a quick story, sued them because it's not a stadium, it's not an arena, it's called the Sports Center. It's a 5,000 seat thing for high school ball games and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And they asked them, their crew, what the measurements were, because they were on a stage, which is already like 10 feet up or 5 feet up, whatever. And then the way the thing is, it was a dome shape, so it curved, and wanted to know what the ceiling, because they wanted to adjust their pyros, right? Well, they gave them the measurements from the center of the arena, from the floor to the ceiling. So they adjusted them to that, thinking that's what it was. And well, obviously, that's about 10, 20 feet difference. So after the show was over, the ceiling tiles, about 10 on each side, were scorched black because of the residue from the flames and stuff they had. And our lovely city sued them, took them to court, and lost.
Lost.
So they because they had proof that they gave them the wrong stats. It wasn't Kiss being at fault. It was the city was at fault.
Thank God it didn't blow up. It didn't
exactly or set a fire or any of that kind of stuff. Exactly. Gosh. So anyway, that's kind of a crazy story.
Here, and there was a band playing in it was in Providence, I think, right? And they did some fireworks, and it did actually catch on fire, and people actually died.
Was that the Great White concert?
I don't remember which one it was, but I know.
I bet it was. It sounds like the Great White one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tragic, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the flame retardant curtains that they had behind the thing weren't rated properly, so they just caught on fire, and a lot of people got injured on that one. That was terrible, but luckily that didn't happen here. And the funniest or most ironic thing, like I said, they sued them, so they said they would never be back. Of course, they never have played here. They played other areas close by, Evansville and stuff like that. But the now they've remodeled the Sports Center, and it's their legacy. It's been around for 50-something years right now, and so one of the things, they have these big placards talking about the great events that have happened over the years, and one of them they put up there was Kiss played in '72. Blah blah blah. It has a picture of Kiss on the stage, and I was just like, okay, whatever. But yeah, it's pretty funny. But you don't talk about how y'all sued them. But anyway. So that's anyway, that's my story of guitars there, by the way. That's why I have a Kiss guitar and stuff like that. So anyway, our show just turned 180 at the end. Sorry guys. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll go around the horn but I'll just say this. Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you all so much. And we will have a show next week. I'm going to talk to Hargeet later, see if he's able to join us. If he can, great. So yeah, okay, cool. So it's on Sunday. So yeah, I'm going to be here, and like I said, the only Sunday I don't plan on making is in Hargeet's not obligated, but if he can make it, I'd love to have him every one. But it was Super Bowl. Super Bowl is the only, because we would be airing at the same time as the Super Bowl, and it's just not going to happen. So yeah, we may have a pre-show, after show, or a show the different day or something like that. We'll figure that out, depending on what the gaming news is. And the last thing I'll get around the horn is Merry Christmas to you, Spartan, and everybody else in the chat. Thank you all so much for being here. Over 350 people have stuck around with us. We greatly appreciate that. 167 on X, 177 on YouTube, and 1 hanging on Twitch. All right, cool.
Awesome.
So yeah, there's but like I said, if you missed any of the show, please watch the replay. It's there for you. Plus the audio version only is going to go up here in a few minutes. I'll put that up after the show if you want to listen to us on SoundCloud, iTunes, or wherever. was it iHeartRadio also goes up to that as well. So yeah, there you go. But as we go around the horn, and like I said, wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Everybody safe. Have a great holiday. We appreciate everybody being here for that. Black Viking, please tell everybody where they can find you, where they can reach out to you, and thank you so much for being here tonight, man. We love having you.
It's always a pleasure, man, and thanks for inviting me. Sorry I couldn't do it earlier, but life be life, and sometimes, man. First of all, happy holidays to everybody in the chat. If you're feeling merry, please hit that like button right now. Hit that sub button. If you just double check, sometimes it'd be unsubbing people. Just double check, make sure you're subbed up. Hit the sub button. WEBDAVE is a great guy. Hargeet Chani, always a fucking pleasure to be with him. It's amazing, dude. So yeah, you guys can find me at the Longhouse Gaming Podcast Tuesdays and Thursdays. We probably won't have any podcasts until the new year, but I'll probably be doing some streaming. Whatever games, some indie games, probably some flight sim and stuff like that. Just chill. I know the holidays could be lonely for a lot of folks, so I'll be here to talk, man. Y'all can hit me up on Twitter anytime too. In the DMs. But WEBDAVE, thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure. I think you're the first show I've ever come on and blew the horn for. So like, hey, look at that. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Awesome, dude. And yeah, chat, be merry, be safe, don't drink and drive, and don't be a nuisance to your family during the Christmas dinner. Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, don't talk politics. Just throwing that out there.
Stay away. Yeah, exactly.
On that. Hargeet Chani, my buddy. Thank you so much, man, for all you do for the community and for being here and stepping up for this show. It is definitely taking it to the next level. I really appreciate you every day.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us, Viking, today, and we'll see what's going on in the future. We still have some other dealings, right? We still have to get through that thing at some point. We'll talk about
that. Dude. Yeah, I've talked to Kay Asante about that. I was like, dude, I have been failing with everybody lately. Like, I owe so many people so much shit, dude. Like, a lot of stuff happened over the last couple of months, but I'll get back with you guys. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Everybody, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year if I don't see you again or whatever, but we will have another episode in between. So and happy holidays for whatever else you guys celebrate. And yeah, if you want to catch me the next I think we're not doing web days because it's a web day. We're not doing Double Barrel Gaming because it's on Christmas. So we will be doing the next one I'm going to be doing is with C Money and Doodle on night shift on Friday, 8 p.m. US Eastern time. Check that out, and then we'll do our episode on Sunday. So check that out.
Don't drink and drive because you only spill it. I like that. And shout out to you, Viking, for kind of reminding me to put this up. Like on your phone has you can dial 911. You can actually dial 988, and it is the actual suicide and crisis line prevention.
Yeah, so people, man.
Yep. So if you're feeling kind of sad, you just want to talk to somebody, they have people working 24 hours a day through the holidays as well.
Facts,
so definitely don't hesitate to reach out to somebody because you're important, whether you know it or not. You're definitely important, and we appreciate you, each and everybody that's here. Hargeet, you are the man. Thank you so much for being here, and Black Viking, thank you. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night. We'll see y'all real soon on the Gaming Council.
Game over.